Greetings. Welcome to the kitchen. I'm making jam-filled muffins with saskatoon jam, and it's going to be a good time. So, yeah, I've been craving jam-filled muffins for a while. Today's the day. So let's get to it. Why am I waving? I don't know. I'm waving. All right, I'm making a double recipe because I because I don't really need a reason. Why do you ask? So that is 3/4 of a cup of melted butter, and I'm going to cut down on the sugar because dude, it's got jam inside. It doesn't really need a cup and a half of sugar. Just going to do 1 cup, and mixy mix. As usual, I'm not doing the let's mix the dry ingredients and then the wet ingredients. We're just getting it all together. It occurs to me that I actually had a spectacularly unproductive day when it comes to house stuff. I don't really think I did anything. I can't think of anything I did, which is kind of annoying, but I did do my hair, and I guess bleaching your hair is a task enough. And I made myself some food, because, adulting. That's about 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And half a teaspoon of almond extract. I see that I've got cat hair stuck to my hand. It's okay. I'm not making this for anybody but myself. Yeah, I kind of wish I'd gotten something accomplished today. Today would be the first day since I moved, but I didn't do anything. I guess I broke down one cardboard box. I knew that as soon as I started playing a video game, I would lose all motivation to be productive. Oh, there's hair in this too. Well, this is definitely just going to be me eating it. Okay, that was 8 egg whites. Doing the usual, saving my egg yolks for Phil's food. I've been tempted to record making Phil's food, but it's so fucking gross. It's so gross. I hate raw meat, and I won't make myself meatballs yet. I will make raw food for my cat. Priorities. He is my priority. Okay, I've used those 2 things. I want some salt. How much salt do I want? Because I just pour randomly. Did I want any salt? Okay. A teaspoon seems like a lot, so that's less than a teaspoon. Stir, stir, stir. And the recipe calls for sour cream, but I don't have any sour cream because I can't keep sour cream in my house because A, it goes bad, and B, I will eat it, and I don't need to be eating sour cream. I love sour cream though. Okay, so we're using yogurt instead, which is really not the best substitution. Okay, I'm just going to take this out before I make a huge mess. Okay, I want 2 1/4 cups of sour cream. Oops, get the liquidy shit out first. Okay. Now this needs to be on the other side. Chelsea, you are right-handed. I feel like I need to do something today. It's almost 11, but I need to find something to do. Oh, right, I was gonna put my magnets up. It's killing me inside that I don't have decorative things up. My old place was, every surface was covered in posters. And I don't want to put them all up because eventually I'm going to paint, and that means I'll have to take them all down. But it's killing me. The walls are so bare. I don't know how long I can stand it. Probably not much longer. Maybe if I set up my fridge, I'll feel better about life. Probably not, because every time I look up at the walls in any room, I can't take it. Okay, this is going to be easier if I'm just scooping directly into the cup. Well, this is going to be almost an entire container of yogurt. This might actually be an entire container of yogurt. Yeah, I'm just going to put the rest in. It turns out that these are, how much is in these? 650 grams. That does not tell me anything about milliliters. Well, about something over, oh my god, math. Probably like 600 milliliters. I wonder if it's 650 milliliters. Hopefully this will turn out. Sometimes when you use Greek yogurt and stuff, especially not unsweetened, fat-free, it goes a little wonky, but oh well. Again, I'm the only person who's going to be eating these, so I want to share. I want to share my Saskatoon jam. Actually, that said, most of the reason I'm using Saskatoon jam is because that's what I have, and I'm bringing peanut butter and jam sandwiches to snack weekend tomorrow, which I did mention in the bleaching video, but you know, here we are, repeating. Why not? This is quite the mixture of things. Okay. And what else do I want? The eggs, vanilla, almond extract. Okay, all that's left is dry ingredients. I'm kind of tempted to put some rolled oats. No, don't fuck with it, Kelsey. The more you fuck with stuff, the more it gets messed up. Okay, 4 cups of flour. This kitchen is definitely much better for baking videos. It's just kind of better in general. Better light, better access. I did put the floor back together, so that's a win. I want a teaspoon of baking soda. About like that. Maybe a little bit more. And 2 tablespoons. Interesting. 2 tablespoons of baking powder. Maybe I'll just pop out a tablespoon. They're not in that drawer. They're in this drawer. Baking stuff's in this drawer, Kelsey. Okay. There's 1. 2. Okay, that's everything. These don't seem very healthy. Zero. You're not going healthy if you're having jam-filled muffins. It's okay, they've got protein. There's egg whites and yogurt. I've made these before, but it's been quite a while. So that statement is going nowhere. Seems kind of dry. This is probably why you mix the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients, but it'll be fine. It doesn't help when you double it. Okay. Just reading the recipe as I go. Make sure I did get everything. No, it doesn't call for any milk or anything. This is not super dry. It just is a little thickums to stir. Okay. I had it on my bingo card to dye my hair today too, but I think I'm going to leave it the weird ass color it is. Okay. I am going to, oh shit, I forgot to preheat the oven. I'm going to get the pans ready. I'll be back. I cleaned the kitchen while I was away, but didn't clean this section. So my oven sings me a song when it is ready. It sings me the song of its people, which I kind of appreciate. Okay, let's go up a little. Good enough. Okay, ooh, this is getting puffy fast. Where's my other spoon? It's not dirty any more spoons than necessary. Supposed to fill them a third full. This is always the tricky part of jam-filled muffins, is getting the jam into the middle. I guess it doesn't really matter all that much if it's on the sides, but it matters to me. It matters. I want it to be perfectly in the middle. But I might have already given up on that. That's fine. So I'm concentrating. What? What? Phil's definitely been upset by the guys coming for the solar power. He did not like... Well, he warmed up to the guy who was in my house yesterday talking to me about it. But yeah, he was not happy today when the guy came and was using a drone outside to look at this roof. And I feel like it's risky to do all of them. How often do you actually end up with a perfect 24 muffins? In my experience, like never. Okay, so I'm just going to do 12. And then the other 12. Oh my god. Also, Saskatoon jam. They have it at Costco. This is way too much jam for me to go through. Thus. Okay, no, I need another spoon. So many spoons. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, normally I cannot go through a thing of jam this size, but I make the effort for Saskatoon jam because I don't know where else I can really get it. They don't have it all the time at Costco, and every time they stop having it, I kind of panic inside thinking they'll never bring it back. But I got a yard now in which I can plant Saskatoon bushes, which is a high priority this year. Doing much to the garden is not a priority except for Saskatoons because I need them. I need them. They're like a berry that's native to the Canadian prairies. And they're amazing. They're way better than blueberries. Fuck blueberries. I'm probably putting way too much jam in these. I don't really care. I've had to cut back on the sugar so I can put as much jam in as I want. It's probably supposed to be like half a teaspoon. How much am I actually supposed to put in? Does it say? Heaping teaspoonful. Okay, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, this is going to go through quite a bit of jam. Hell yeah. Also spilling some jam. Okay, the jam's just going to go everywhere. This is the reality. It's fine. I can't be bothered. The batter's too thick to spread out very well. So it'll be fine. They might kind of break in half, but again, these are just for me. Screw everybody else. As I try to flatten it out. What? Yes, I spend most of my day going, what? No, because Bill's bothering me. This is my life. Also, new Pussifer album that I haven't really mentioned. It's okay. I get the mood. It's definitely not. It's probably my least favorite album since their first one. I'm not a huge fan of the first one, but that's okay. I don't really like the vocal choices. I like it when it's a bit smoother, more harmonious. I guess there's a lot of harmony, but it's not peak Maynard and Karina Round sounding pretty together, which I guess is kind of what I like. I don't know if that's half. If I need to put more on, I can put more on. Yeah, so I listened to that album a lot for a couple weeks, I guess. And for some reason, lately I've been on a major Coheed and Cambria kick. I don't know why. I was just thinking about it. For some reason, they weren't on my. Yes, I still listen to an MP3 player in my car. Um, they weren't on that. Hey, man, I'm old enough for mammogram. Um, yeah, I don't know why I didn't have it on my MP3 player, or my phone. But regardless, I put it on my phone, and that's been my jams lately. I'm sure that they've had way more recent music than what I have, which I will perhaps investigate. It's one of those bands that I go through spells with. Like, I've listened to it a lot, and then not really at all. I like them though. I don't know why they kind of tend to fall off my radar. Some bands do though. Just you listen a lot and then forget about them. I did that with Seven Dust. Uh, but yeah, Seven Dust is back in my regular rotation, and I suspect now that they're on my phone, Coheed and Cambria will be as well. Need to put it on my MP3 player, but I'll get to it. There's some Nudesy Mosh songs that I need to put on there too, so I'm more motivated. And soon there will be a new Muse album. Where's I going with that? Soon? Hashtag soon? I don't know where I was going with that. No. Jam. Okay, let's just get this out of the way. There. Let's make my life easier. Hell yeah. I'm getting jam everywhere. I seriously have this panicky feeling inside that I haven't done anything home improvement related today. Okay. If I at least put up my... I did wipe down the side of the fridge so I could put up my magnets. I've got a lot of fridge magnets. And buy one for... Well, I was doing every city for a while, but I started doing every country that I go to. So... I'll do that today. The downside to a stainless steel fridge, besides keeping it fucking clean and free of fingerprints, I don't know how people with children do it, although I'm just an overgrown child. Yeah, the magnets don't stick to it, which is deeply annoying, but I have the side of it exposed, so it's fine. Okay. Jam on the counter. This does call for seedless jam, but I'm not doing that. Going with what I had. Alright, I appreciate the drama of Coheed and Cambria. I like my music dramatic, as it turns out. I guess if you kind of look at my musical patterns, yeah, I like it dramatic. What were we talking about? We were talking about some... Well, shit, we were talking about, I don't know, but I mentioned Oregon Trail at work, and nobody knew what I was talking about, and I was like, fuck, I'm old. I think I mentioned being part of the Oregon Trail generation, and they were like, what? Yeah. Oh, God, to be elderly. Somebody, oh, it was someone at work didn't know who Celine Dion was. So then we ended up having to listen to a lot of Celine Dion. From the way I talk about work, it sounds like we never do anything but talk about food and never actually work. We do get some work done, I promise. I don't talk about what I do for work or where I work because my employer is weird about social media. So it's better if I just don't mention it. So I'm not representing my employer, even though I would not be if I was open about where I work, but it's fine. I don't need to talk about what I do. Enough to say that, yeah, I work with people. So I hate people. You get done at work and you're like, yeah, I never want to talk to anyone again in my entire life. But I wonder if these would be good with some cinnamon on the top. Maybe. I don't want to push my luck though. I managed to make 24. There's a little bit left over to glob onto the other side. And by the other side, I mean the other tin. Maybe a little bit more on this one. And then I think I'm going to have some popcorn for supper. That's adulting. I ate real food once today. That's enough. Okay. I still have yet to clean out my oven door because it requires complete disassembling. It's not a task for today. So many little cleaning tasks that I need to do. Fuck the people who lived here before. Like fucking Tammy and Ellen, you're filthy people. I just throw shade. Fuck them. Okay. This. More here. Should probably have more in this one. Snag some over here. I'd like them all to be fairly consistent. They're way bigger on the other tray. It's just me being nitpicky, as I am, and I'm not going to change. Okay. Over here. Okay. Also, the batter tastes really good, despite being basic. I'm going to bake these for 20 to 25 minutes at 375, and then I will be back later. Okay, I got a house thing done today. It took like an hour. Crazy. I've got so many magnets. Down here are just the unimportant ones. But like when a lot of these are stickers that I don't want to stick to anything, there's a little family corner. This one's really old, but I keep it up just for the goat. Little Dimash, travel ones, my grocery list, nieces, nephews, my grandma, somebody from work who died, brother's weddings. Fun. Anyway, back to baking. Well, it's just as well that I checked because I definitely forgot to hit record the first time. So, finished product. I ended up baking them for closer to 30 minutes. And I've already done a taste test. You can see they're good. So, cut in half, a little jam in the middle. I did pick the most perfect looking one because what else would you do? So, that's that. They taste good and would recommend. I think they would be good with a little bit of cinnamon on top, like a little lemon or something in the batter. But anyway, they're good. That's the point. Farewell.